Hi, my name is Paulette, and me and my group will be telling you about the 8 elements of thought. The first element is the purpose. The purpose is the object of your ambition or the aim of your actions. Your purpose should have a clear meaning and be reasonable. Some questions that go with purpose is, what is your objective of the assignment? What is the purpose of your meeting? And what is the central aim of your line of thought?
Thanks for introducing that first element, Paulette. My name is Natalie Cavazos, and the element that I will be introducing is question. When we try to understand something or try to figure something out, ultimately what we're doing is trying to settle a question. Some things you should keep in mind in regards to questions is that you'll want to state the question as clearly and precisely as possible. If you ask a question that is vague or not specific enough, your thinking will reflect that and will be unclear as well. Some questions to help you target questions could include, what is the question I am trying to answer? Is there a better way to put the question? And is this question clear? Or is it complex? Next, we have the element of information. When we reason anything, we are drawing from the information we have gathered through data, facts, evidence, and experience. You'll want to make sure you keep your claims only to those you can support with the data you have, and also make sure the information used is clear, accurate, and relevant. Questions which target information are, what information do I need to answer this question? What data are relevant to this problem? And how do we know this information is accurate? Next, we have Wendy with the next element.
Thanks, Natalie, for the information on the 2 elements. My name is Wendy Lopez. The element that I will be explaining is interpretation and inference. This means that the inference are interpretations, or it can also be any conclusion that comes to you. Inference refers what the mind is doing when trying to figure out something. And inference will rationally follow from any indication. It also infers what is being implied in a solution. Some examples of questions to check your inferences are, what conclusion am I coming to? 2, what does interpretation make sense? Does this interpretation make sense? 3, how did you reach that conclusion? Next, Brittany will be explaining the next element.
Thanks, Wendy, for the details over interpretation and inference. Hi there, my name is Brittany Strahan, and I'll be going over the element of concept. Concepts are ideas and/or principles you use in thinking to make sense of things. Here's some questions you can ask yourself to make sure your concepts are clarified and understandable for others. What idea am I using in my thinking? Is this idea clear for others, or is this idea causing problems for others and myself? Are you using the term in the correct context? And what main difference can we draw in working through this problem? These are just a few questions that can help you in making sure your concepts are clear and understandable. Next up is Jeanette.
Thanks for the knowledge, Brittany. My name is Jeanette Cardenas, and the element of thought I will be introducing is assumption. All reasoning is based on assumptions. You must clearly identify your assumptions and determine whether they are justifiable. Also, consider how your assumptions are shaping your point of view. Assumptions are beliefs you take for granted. They usually operate at the subconscious or unconscious level of thought. Some questions you can ask about assumptions would be, what am I assuming or taking for granted? What assumption has led me to this conclusion? What are some important assumptions I make about my roommates, my friends, my parents, my instructors, my country? Last but not least, we have Mildred.
Thanks, Janet, for illustrating your information. Hello, my name is Mildred Rojas, and I'll be talking about 2 elements. One of the elements I'll be talking about will be the implication and consequences. Implication is the claim and truths that logically follow other claims and truth. The implications are inherent in a person's thinking, where a person is able to see them or not. The consequences are followed by the action that is made. The best thinkers are the ones that think through the logic implications that are in a situation before acting. Questions you may ask about an implication and consequence. What are you implying when you say that? What is likely to happen if we do this versus that? How significant are the implications of this decision? The next element I'll be talking about will be the point of view. Point of view is literally the place from which you view something. It includes what you are looking at and the way you are seeing it. Make sure you understand that a limitation of your point of view and that you fully consider other relevant viewpoints. Questions you may ask about viewpoints. How am I looking at this situation? Is there any way to look at it that I should consider? What exactly am I focused on? And how am I seeing it? Is my view the only reasonable view? What does my viewpoint ignore? All the information presented from Group 2 comes from website Critical Thinking. Thank you for watching this video and learning the 8 elements of thought.